What awesome news today, Broncos country. The Walton Penner Group and the city of Denver have announced their intended plans to build a stadium still downtown, actually not too far away from where the current Mile High location is. I'm going to break it all down for you guys, read their statement, their press release that they came out with, as well as break down all the advantages and all the details of what we know so far, such as the roof, what's going on there. So y'all be sure to smash that like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Just want to read this very quickly. The statement from the Walton Penner Group, Mike Johnston, the mayor, and then, of course, Jared Polis, the governor. Dear Broncos country, today marks an important step forward in a shared vision for the Denver Broncos, the city of Denver, and the state of Colorado. Together, we are pleased to announce historic Burnham Yard in the heart of Denver as the preferred site for a world-class retractable roof stadium anchoring a dynamic mixed-use district. Once a vital rail yard that played a key role in Denver's past, Burnham Yard now represents a transformational opportunity to reimagine the future with deep respect for the rich history of the era. In the spirit of a true civic partnership, the Walton Penner Family Ownership Group will privately fund this investment and work with the community, city, and state to reconnect historic neighborhoods with no new taxes. These shared public improvements will ensure benefits extend far beyond game days with better accessibility, connectivity, and multimodal transit options. While this is an exciting milestone, we recognize there is much more work to be done ahead of the targeted stadium completion for the 2031 NFL season. Today is not yet a celebration, but rather a meaningful checkpoint in reflecting years of research, collaboration, and planning, as well as necessary land agreements and feasibility studies. Most importantly, this announcement marks the beginning of a much deeper and transparent phase of broader engagement with our neighborhoods. The Broncos are fully committed to a strong and inclusive community benefits agreement process that will begin immediately. Together, we will work hand in hand with the Denver City Council, local neighborhoods, and community organizations, including Denver Water, to shape this vision with their needs and priorities in mind. Our goal for this ambitious project is to build a community that connects fans, neighbors, and future generations across Colorado. In addition to creating a modern new home for the Broncos, this vibrant hub will attract premier events, driving impact for Denver and the entire Rocky Mountain region. With a storied history that predates Colorado statehood, Burnham Yard stands poised to be revitalized into a thriving development where sports and entertainment, housing, business, and community blend to create a one-of-a-kind, year-round destination. Denver has been the proud home of the Broncos since day one. This community-inspired vision will allow our city and team to continue to grow and thrive together at Burnham Yard. There is a long road ahead, and we believe we can get there together. Every step of the way, our approach will be guided by humility, respect, and a shared commitment to the city of Denver, state of Colorado, and all of Broncos country. Sincerely, Greg Penner, Kerry Walton Penner, Mike Johnston, and Jared Polis. Guys, I absolutely love this. I get chills because sports should be downtown in Denver. They should be there, and this is going to be fantastic for the community. I'm going to break down the location here in just a minute. Want to give a quick shout out here to our quick sponsor, and then we'll dive into all the fun what this means. Want to give a quick shout out to the flagship sponsor of David Talks Buffs and David Talks Broncos YouTube channel, and that is Profit X, America's #1 sports prediction market. This is peer-to-peer sports prediction where players play against each other, like you and me, instead of a sports book versus the house. You almost always get the best odds on any play that you're looking to make. They operate in over 40 states, including Texas, where I reside. So use the promo code Dave and claim up to $200 in profit cash for all plays in the first 30 days of playing on the site. Terms and conditions apply. Go ahead, click the link in the description, sign up using my promo code Dave on Profit X, and join me on America's #1 sports prediction market. All right, guys. So with this map here, I have circled kind of the intended location of the new Mile High Stadium. This will be kind of somewhere within that circle. Up here, you can see this is where the current Mile High Stadium is, and then Ball Arena, Elitch Gardens, everything that KSC is going to be doing is right over here. So, uh, outside of Meow Wolf, let's be honest, on the west side of 25, this has been a tough time for development. There's not really a lot to do out exactly by the stadium, but this actually moves the Broncos kind of closer to downtown in the respect of being able to build out opportunities for a lot more local businesses, restaurants, hotels to continue to build a thriving economy in the city of Denver. I absolutely love this. I think that the game day experience and getting to the stadium is going to be much better as well. And let's continue to move into some of the other specifics. Again, privately funded. That's always been the plan. The stadium will feature a retractable roof. If you want a Super Bowl or Final Four, you have to put a roof on it. Absolutely. This is a must have, and I'm glad we're going to have the option to do it. Now, on Altitude Sports with DMAC and Tyler Columbus, Scott Hastings, they're talking about how they really do think that throughout the regular season, Denver is, or the Broncos rather, they will keep that roof open for the most part. And with playoff games, maybe that's when they'll be a little bit more particular. But this is going to bring a Super Bowl to Denver, and this is must needed. We could host Final Fours regularly. Imagine all the conventions that we can start to bring in now, the big time concerts, right? You can do them all year round now. So I think that this is tremendous. A few other details. Again, want to give the Walton Penner Group their props on this because being the largest or the richest ownership group in the NFL, I was going to be pissed if there was going to be any public funding. There is not, as Zach Stevens is breaking down here. So Walton Penner Group is privately funding the entire thing. Love that. Brandon Perna coming up here saying the Broncos get a new stadium. It stays in Denver. It will have a retractable roof, which the purists will hate. But Denver can now host a Super Bowl, and it sounds like Walmart is paying for it all. And I do think that the Broncos will construct a stadium that will still highlight the beauty of Colorado, that will still showcase the mountains. There's still plenty of opportunity to do that with our modern stadium designs. So I think that this is an absolute win-win. It will have, as Mike Kliss is saying, natural grass field, which is great. And City of Denver will pay for the roads, exit ramps, transportation infrastructure. They'll have a new light rail stop probably going right up to the stadium. And yeah, I'm glad that we have like 6 years to start working on this. And of course, want to mention Denver Water sold about 25 acres to the Broncos for this site in Burnham Yard. So I love the revitalization that's happening with Burnham Yard. I think that this is a huge win for Broncos fans, the state of Colorado, and really everybody involved. The one sad thing is that, in Power Field, it's a beautiful stadium. Aesthetically, I hope we can recreate a lot of that. I am hopeful that we are going to be able to. And also, if you've been there, the concourses are really narrow. Sometimes it can take so long to get up to your seat if you're not on that first level. The can be a mess traveling. I'm hoping that with this new stadium, you'll see a lot more transportation options to get to the stadium, and it won't necessarily be as much of a headache as it has been in years past. So love the fact it's going to be over by Metropolitan State University, over by Ball Arena, Elitch Gardens, everything KSC is doing over there with their development plans to build out that area. Denver, downtown Denver, man, they win. The Broncos win. Sports should be downtown. This is going to be so vital for the next evolution in the next era of Denver with the Walton Penner Group and beyond. So y'all let me know what your thoughts are on this. I imagine the retractable roof will upset some people, but I want to know what y'all think. Go Broncos.